Hey there, everybody. Thank you so much for all of the support and the love that you're giving Mom and I right now, Hurricane Frances, while we are transitioning her into the last chapter of her life, the assisted living. It has been the most mind-felt, conscious, compassionate, and understanding position that I've ever had to deal with when I haven't been able to live what she's experiencing. It's very hard sometimes helping somebody transition into something that you've never felt before. I've never felt what it feels like to be a widow, but I do understand the loss. I've never felt what it feels like to completely lose control of everything, but I do understand what it feels like when somebody's trying to be controlling. And I never understood what it's like to be forced to move into a place that I didn't even help decorate. I mean, these are all the things that I have to consciously be aware of so I could be compassionate for my mom and understand how to help her through it. So let me share with you that even though I've never been a widow, but I understand loss, I need to understand how she feels with moving into a new place without anybody else moving with her. That's got to be really scary. So I understand that I need to speak with the obvious experts who have already been dealing with this. Who better to talk to than the coordinators and the executives at an assisted living that have helped so many people transition through this, right? I have to also understand that I'm the only one in the whole family that's willing to step up to the plate, so I can't leave her. I don't want to leave her. Be careful how you treat others now at your stage of life, because at the end, you're either going to leave here with a lot of love or you're going to leave very lonely. You see, my mom, she's never been a kind woman. She's been very abusive. I wrote a book back in 2009 called Tears of Fears Behind Closed Doors. And it shares with you the story of the relationship that I had with my mom growing up. Out of 3 siblings, I'm the youngest. I'm the one that was abused big time, but yet I'm the one here for you. I have to consciously remember that I love my mom because she's my mom. I may not like her, but I have to consciously be here for her so I could help her transition into the best place possible, right? Forget about what's happened, but understand compassion, forgiveness. Forgive everything that has been going on in my past with my mom, and understand heartfelt how she must feel being alone, moving, giving up control. So I have compassion for her, and I have to understand the right way to help my mom transition. And I've been doing an amazing job holding a positive, productive posture while my cookies are crumbling. And a lot of it has to do because I have the support of you. I've been creating videos of Mom for you because I know there are so many of you going through some kind of relationship that you could really appreciate what I'm going through with my mom. You know, the other night, she called the police on me. She said that I was stealing from her. These are all things that are not true, but they're all a part of it. So I wanted to reach out to each and every one of you to, first of all, to say thank you so much for all of your support, all of your prayers, and all of your hugs. Number 2, I've done everything in my control to help my mom consciously, compassionately, and understand the transition of what she's going through. After I have set her up in this beautiful new apartment where she has the freedom to be independent in an assisted living, and I even learned, and I'm sharing with the staff, let's choose our words differently when it comes to my mom. Instead of calling it an assisted living, let's call it a vacation home. Instead of saying dining room, let's call it a restaurant. Let's call it a resort. And these are the words that we could use to help our families transition from my mom into an assisted living where she really doesn't want to be there. So now that I have consciously, compassionately understood how to create this transition for my mom, I now understand consciously, compassionately how to go ahead, stick and stay here in South Florida, don't get immediately back on a plane to New Hampshire, but to have her believe that I'm in New Hampshire now. I had to consciously be able to accept the fact that I can't go see her anymore in the assisted living because she's so angry at me. She just dislikes me right now so much that I had to share with the obvious experts at the assisted living, the administrators, the nurses, staff, everybody, that I'm still here. But for my mom, I guess I need to just like disappear so they could do their job in helping my mom transition, because there is no choice but to transition into the assisted living. If I keep going back there, I'm aggravating her, I'm pissing her off, and I'm not helping this transition go any easier. So I've decided her home is beautiful, everything is taken care of, to still be here in South Florida, so if anything should happen, I don't need to get on a flight back, but to consciously let go, delegate, that's another part of it, delegate this transition to another obvious expert who could help with the situation. You know, it's really funny. Sometimes we need to take ourselves out of the role, right? It's always the third party that can make a huge difference in our loved ones' lives. So no matter what you're going through, if I've been through it, I can help you through it. If I haven't been through it, I go and I speak with the obvious experts that have. I don't talk to people to say, what do you think? I talk to people who I ask, with your experience, can you share with me advice of how I need to move forward? So now they're sharing with me, just step back. If we need you, we'll call you. I had to understand how to delegate consciously, compassionately, and understand the delegation role now. So with that being said, I just wanted to reach out to each and every one of you and let you know that I've made those videos so you understand you're not alone when you're dealing with any person in your life that's abusive, that's losing control, that feels like you're the worst person in the world. I want you to understand that you're not. You're an amazing person. If you need help transitioning, even yourself, I'm going through a transition right now, right? If you need to talk to anybody about any kind of transition while your cookies are crumbling so you could have a positive, productive posture, you have my permission to call me. I know I can help you. Consciously, compassionately, understanding how to play your role in life. And you got a great role no matter what it is. I never said life was easy, but I did say you can be happier. And I want to say again, thank you all for helping me and Mom transition into this next chapter of our lives. I sure do appreciate you. We got to just keep on laughing, right? Keep on laughing. Thanks, everybody.